conclude by stressing that your support is crucial to a vibrant RegTech ecosystem. As a leader in the financial industry, I hope you can help advocate for RegTech within your respective institutions and participate actively in our activities going forward, so that we can all work together to develop a more thriving RegTech ecosystem in Hong Kong.
What sort of trends do you see in enforcing actions and in the RegTech and SupTech? I think it's a very fair question.
Thank you for that. And I think it's a really interesting one because we've seen some real changes here. And I mentioned first the series of enforcement actions out of the Financial Conduct Authority around essentially reporting requirements. But what we also saw embedded in those enforcement actions was not only a penalty, but also a requirement that the financial institution build systems to enable it to comply properly with the requirements going forward. In other words, the regulator, as part of the enforcement action, is mandating a RegTech response from the financial institution in order to be able to comply with those SupTech digital regulatory reporting requirements.
Yeah, I always think that as a compliance officer, we need to think like a criminal. So what they actually think about, right? So at the worst case scenarios and the best case scenario, so that we know that whether our controls are sufficient. And if they know that, actually they know our controls well, and then this is a good sign, because then we need to advance ourselves, and then to build up some more kind of safety net to make sure that we address the risk. Because the world is evolving, everyone is actually improving, but the most important part is that we have to stay ahead of the wave and to understand what the risks are, and then you will never be falling behind.
The technology cannot cover all factors, in particular the one you talk about. Actually, we know that news can actually affect the stock price immediately. Okay. Now, so in fact, there are a lot of people doing new things on AI. They want to use AI to digest the news, and actually, it's very similar to what RegTech is doing. We need a natural language processing. We need to automatically get the news and then read it, and then understand, and then try to relay, which stock this news may affect, and then try to do a sentiment analysis, and then try to give you some indicator whether the stock price will rise or drop, something like this. AI model has a good thing is it's not related to your human strategies. Okay, maybe it's more stable in that sense.